Morning, good afternoon here on the East Coast. And this is Jewelry Talk. I'm Susan Lennart, and I'm here to talk about the other side of jewelry making. Hello, good morning. I really wanted to get on today because I just think it's so important. I love having a connection. Hey, Sandy. Hey, you guys. I really love having a connection with the jewelry world, you know? So it's like for me to get on. I just got through a lot of beautiful organizing with the Miami Swim Week that I was at. And I feel like just today I woke up, hello, and I'm breathing from just the multitude of steps that you take to get there. So good afternoon, hello, oh my gosh, so nice to see you. 180 reasons, so nice to see you, oh my gosh. This is Stephanie, you guys, so I don't know if you guys know it. I have Stephanie, actually, it's so nice to take some of these next steps. I have Stephanie who was just in yesterday, and she is a beautiful, beautiful young artist. She's a jeweler in her own way and has her own look, but she's able to come in one day a week for me. This was the next step for me, you know, and so to think about this for you guys yourself, this has made me feel so good. I have another artist, Stephanie, that comes in, and we have our Tuesdays together. Hi, Karen, where we can kind of just come up with ideas for photography and film. So check it out. You know, I just wanted to bring up to you guys the idea of working in a community, working in a group. You know, as jewelers, we're so used to just being in our studio, and we have, you know, go up to our desk and we work at our studio and we create and we build and we build. Well, Jewelry Talk is the other side of building jewelry. It's more about like meeting your needs as an artist, finding your needs as an artist, finding a community, being true to yourself. All of this is what Jewelry Talks about. Hi, you guys. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Oh my gosh. So, you know, it is about jewelry, but this is more about like wearing it. I was so excited because when I went to, and a lot of people know that I just got back a couple weeks ago from Miami Swim Week. Oh my gosh, was I in heaven. I got to dress 8 models from head to toe with my jewelry, and they looked amazing. And I want to tell you guys, like in some ways I have intentional metalsmithing and I mentor other artists. Years ago, hi Emma, oh my gosh, it has to be in the middle of the night for you. So nice to see you guys, thank you. Hammer and Snail, oh my God, I love that. Well, welcome you guys. So you know, I have intentional metalsmithing that you guys know, where I mentor the techniques of the jewelry. So I also have my other course, which is Unfolding, that is more about unfolding your creativity into yourself to build your own work. So I loved it. Oh, the fringe, oh my gosh, so the fringies and this fringy. See, I have a whole bunch of, I just had time to stick on one today. I was in a really busy way, but you guys can see this was one of the projects from Unfolding. Look where I put it. This is definitely a talisman. This has a ton of words in here and one of the words are freedom. I'm finding myself working with the word freedom, but then gems go along with it, right? Oh, I have it the backwards way. But, you know, all the gems go along with this. Oops, it's just to undo is a little bit, right? So I'll show you guys a close-up. But I have a lot of fringe bracelets. I have my jewelry drop going up on Friday. And, you know, it's like I realized, you know, when I talk about finding yourself, who you are, what you're about, it's like I realized a lot of mine. Oh, yes, the fringe. I love the fringe. I could have done all this. I really love the fringe. And so if it is you, think about who you are as fringe. It's like, you know, as I've been putting this body of work together that I brought to Miami Swim Week, I realized one of my strengths is fringe. Like I do fringe, you know? Good thing the 70s are back in style. The thing that you want to do, so it's like I talk Jewelry Talk as a community, and it's like I've done so many different markets, and my strength is that, you know, I can actually offer opinions from many different markets. I did a commercial line that did $4 to $6 million a year for 5 years. I did a really high-end museum work that I do. I have, I do runway. I did a commercial line that went to like Nordstrom and Proving Connection and companies like that. I did, my teaching and all of this. So it's like I've done so many different markets when I was younger. I just loved different markets. So when I'm mentoring people and talking about like, hey, if you're loving Fringe and you're feeling Fringe, do Fringe. Like follow your heart, and you're gonna find you're gonna do it in your own way. And for me, it's like I realize gems and Fringe are for me. Here's this piece here. Actually, I ended up turning this piece over. This piece actually is a Dragonfly piece, and it is, I really love the hollow forms. This is all about the intentions in there as well. This has some nice negative space in here to make it nice and light, but yes, it's just, wearing my pieces. One of my favorite words lately has been freedom, and I find I'm writing it in all my pieces. So I have a jewelry drop this Friday, and if there are hollow forms in the pieces, know that 90% chance that it's embedded with freedom, right? So I wanted to tell you guys, hi Samuel, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, you guys, thanks for joining me. So, in thinking about who you are as a jeweler, so I wanted, from the beginning of intentional metalsmithing, my first course, I was mentoring people in business as well as jewelry design. There's a lot to be mentored in business, and it's going to be one of my upcoming programs that I do. I'll pick 10 people, but I'll need to see like where you think you're going to, where you want to. Oh, good, yay! I'm just finished filming the unfolding for next month, and it's really profound for me. So my process, hi Sherry, my process in unfolding, it takes me a month. I work ahead of everyone else, and I become immersed in our talisman word. And for me, our power word, our symbol word that we're working on, that's the most powerful thing in unfolding. It's like if you do nothing else in there, it really is about, just being inside of a powerful word for a month with a group of people, and all of us, as a group effort, reinforcing with this word. And I'm telling you, in a group, you get power. So it's pretty amazing. So for people, when I started mentoring people way back a couple of years ago with intentional metalsmithing, I talked about all the business steps, and I told people I am starting a new business right at this time. And at that time I have, things step by step, they take a long time. I feel like I'm getting to the other side of a big push upward. So if you guys get a chance to, you could, intentional metalsmithing. Yes, I'm in there. We're going to see where this goes. You probably could get into it now, but I don't mentor month by month. I meet everyone once a month and get in there. So you could email me at support@SusanLenard, if you have any questions about that. But, so I wanted to tell you guys, if you guys get a chance, some of the steps, I know there's a lot of jewelers and designers who are, moving forward with their line. Maybe they want to do wholesale, maybe they want to do retail. So rubbish the business side. I'm rubbish on the business side. I love that, Emma. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to come home from Mexico using that word, rubbish. So, I actually, on my site, if you guys want to check out some new things that I've been doing just to see like the steps, I had a wholesale company years and years ago when I sold to Nordstrom and, Henry Bendel, also to Barney's, New York and Chicago. So I had to do these line sheets, and I had sheets in person. So anyway, if you go to my store, which maybe you want to be there Friday, I have all new gorgeous, gorgeous pieces on there Friday. I have a bunch of fringe. I just wear a little tiny bit of what I'm going to have on there, but couldn't wear all of it, right guys? Even if I wanted to. I I have on there the runway. So I actually have a film on there right when you pop onto the store. If you haven't had a chance to get on there, I have my runway, what all the models look like, what they look like from head to toe. I ended up with an extra model who's wearing the bone piece that, you know, really wasn't part of my group, but anyway, she's in there too. And then if you pop over, I've got a gallery link on there too. And if you pop over on the gallery and go to my line sheets, you guys can see what this current line, Jewels of the Nomad, my line is about. It has a name, it has a description. So, you know, it's kind of like getting into the polish and the polish and the business side of doing jewelry again, you know? So it's like, yes, oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. I was so happy to get that, and we're still putting some of the photos on. And it was really such an accomplishment for me when I was there inside myself, because I love just work. You know, I'm an artist. I'm an artist first and then a silversmith. And it's like from working, using the human body and going from head to toe and putting together a look was beautiful and amazing. I loved it. So, so good. So I wanted to mention, so get on there and check that out. My jewelry drop is on Friday. If you guys want to pop on, it opens at 12 o'clock Pacific time on Friday. So you guys can get in and see the jewelry if you're interested, and or just, you know, see what's going on with my store. Steffi and I, we have been working on like all new photography. So let me know what you guys think. You know, it's just been fun really to grow and see you guys and be with you guys, right? So hey, what I'm getting, so I'm like, today I woke up, see, that's Stephanie, the line is so incredible, you have to check it out. So it really is, it was so much fun to build it. You know, in my practice, I'm doing unfolding, and in my practice of doing my course Unfolding, which is about getting to your creativity, I made a commitment to myself, and I'm taking a Kundalini yoga teacher training. I'm making a commitment to kind of stay in the moment and stay put and show up to work on a day-to-day basis, which is so unusual for me because I like the part of running out, taking in experiences, coming back, doing a little bit, running back out, you know, where now I'm really trying something different. If you want to change up your life, it's important to change something in your life from day to day, whether it's driving a different way to work or whether it's, you know, if you want to change your jewelry or get into your creativity, it's like you have to get out of your regular day-to-day type of wake up and drive this way to work and go to work and come home and show up here. So, you know, for me, it's interesting as I've been staying home and staying put and being in my studio. Who would think that would be good for my creativity? It's the opposite of my norm, right? So try things like that. Those type of things really help you in your growth for your jewelry work. It helps you in your growth for your creativity. And for me, you know, we actually this month in Unfolding, we're working on abundance. We've been through, most of us have been through so many different words that we are, oops, I curled my hair this morning. We've been through all the different months, and you know, we've had to clear and do a lot of things, and I have some really interesting things to say about abundance, you know, and in our group, we'll all be in there and we'll all be able to bring this into ourselves. And, you know, if it doesn't work for you this first time around, if you don't think it works for you, it's a surprise sometimes what you find does fall into place, you know. My month, because I'm always in a month ahead of people, I've been in Unfolding for this month. And I'm finding that it's a whole different picture of what I thought it was going to be, you know? So when you have preconceived notions of what your line's going to look like or what your life's going to look like or what your, you know, month is going to look like, it's so interesting to always kind of stay open and hand it over, especially when you're working on your creativity. Hi guys, nice to see you. So in Unfolding this month, it's going to be really exciting for this project. And then of course, you know, the next one is like, I'm going to be finishing this up, meeting with my group in a couple days, and then I'm jumping on to the next The next one's, every time I think of the next one, I'm like, yay, I can't wait. It's been really fun. You know, I always say like all of this, even showing up for Jewelry Talk, is experimental. You know, my life is an experiment. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen next. You know, it's like I'm doing unfolding because I feel like I'm being called to do it. It's a creativity course, you know. I'm actually realizing, oh, thank you. I'm realizing that to kind of finish off this whole program for people that we started 3 years ago. You know, this is my 3rd year showing up for Jewelry Talk, and just jewelry is like, you need a community. Like, I love all the technical parts of it and the techniques, but oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much more to it. You know, there's cultural significance and historical significance, and you know, just you know, these are the type of works that I'm a nerd on, amulets and talisman, that, you know, I have just read books like this, jewelry and adornment. You know, these are in my Amazon. If you guys want to check out my Amazon, I have a list of books in there that really give you a nice foundation on the other side of metalsmithing and silversmithing and goldsmithing. You know, we're used to going to traditional books that people write, like my intentional metalsmithing. You know, I have intentional metalsmithing. I have it here. If you guys need a signed copy, you can order it online, and I send out signed copies. You guys like this one? And see what I mean? Like, I like jewelry because it was in the performance arts. You will always see, as my brand moves forward, you're going to see it represented in movement. In fact, even this is the piece that we have some work coming into unfolding, and it really is about noise and movement in a very small sense, like rattles. So it's going to be really fun. Yes, look at my book list on Amazon. I put together a list. We're so used to thinking we have to learn how to the torch and to solder, and what tools are next, and what, truthfully, you guys, it's like, I love tools, but I try to keep my tools as simple as possible. Oh, thank you, Sandy. The reason I keep my tools as simple as possible is so I can finish living my life and do this whole other side of jewelry. That's just there's nothing wrong with using a lot of tools. There's a lot of, oh my gosh, jewelers that I totally respect for that. But, you know, I like keeping I do all my work that I do, even these big pieces, you know, with the butane torch, in a fewer tools. I have movement, I have sound. But I do all of this so I can also have energy and time to think about cuts and looks. And this is a piece that, you know, it's like I would center right under my breast because, whew. But my model, if you guys get online and see my model, she's wearing it here, and she looks just as beautiful. You know, it really is like a dragonfly in nature, you know. So this is a piece that can be worn many different ways, you know. So it's like, this is the other side of just building a pendant, you know, is the layers of way pieces look together. So there is a model on there that I have a big cuff and all of these gems that just pop out. And she actually was in Jewelry Week. They took her image because they love all this layering. So what's popular? It's like, I say, you love noisy jewelry and shoes. Oh my God, you like the boom, boom, or click, 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 right? Book 2 when you turn the pages. Yeah, and it's like, you know, really in its early forms, jewelry was part of the percussion group in dance. You know, it gives you your movements. You know, think about this. It's giving you rhythm. It's your rhythm group in dancing, you know, in performances. It was your rhythm. So, you know, and you know, just kind of move. This is where your creativity is going to go, you know, in putting together a body work. And then you do your time at your desk doing all of your work, you know, and putting it in. I love when I'm done with the body work, and it's exciting for me because after I just completed this last one, I have a fresh plate and I'm getting started, and I'm super excited about some of the jewelry that will show up in this sale on Friday. So I think it will be really fun to see. So my advice for you guys, I'm going to say, is to, you know, just Take time. Take your work when you're working at your bench. Put it together in a pile. When we're in Mexico, I have a group in Mexico and I have a group in Morocco. We're definitely going to take time at the end of our group and put together our body of work. It's what we did in the master class, and this is a chapter that's in intentional metalsmithing, and we actually think of words for each other, words that match your line, words, and it's important to have these beautiful words, almost like a symbolism, it's like, so my words, as I mentioned over, is freedom, because I feel like my jewelry expresses freedom. I always want my jewelry to express freedom. Inspirational, I always hope that where I'm coming from is inspirational. I have it on the board here. Beautiful, but my beautiful describes it as beautiful in a very flowing, beautiful kind of way, in layers, and beautiful in yoga or meditation is my couple descriptions. And so spiritual, yoga, and nomadic. So, really, it's like I love doing these large pieces that are maybe meant to wear, but also meant for a wall. They're ceremonial pieces. This celebrates my life. It celebrates, my freedom. A dragonfly celebrates my freedom. In building this and wearing this, it reminds me over and over, a trail of gems that is like this trail of gems is very, very sexy. Oh my gosh, you wear a low-cut shirt and it just hits right here and it's like, woo, you know what I mean? I'm going to be wearing clothes like that, so usually it's like I really love this, where, you're kind of giving yourself lines and, in art, you're always working with lines and directing people towards what they need to look at, and this is a very, very sexy piece. Why shouldn't we talk about it that way? It definitely is, right? So I grew up on the south side of Chicago. We didn't talk about things like that, but yes. So hopefully keeping simple, basic tools is what I love. It empowers creativity fully. Thank you for your encouragement in this way. Thank you, Penny. That is a great statement, because seriously, it's like a lot of times I show up and I brag about my past only to help give people freedom, because there's so many other people in our field that run around saying, no, you have to use this torch. You have to use this. I mean, as soon as I got my butane out there in the general public, oh my God, I love using the butane. It's nomadic. Then there was a backlash of a lot of people going, what? You have to use acetylene. I love my acetylene tanks. But you know what? You don't have to. Obviously, you don't have to, because I can build all of this without it. You know what I mean? And it's less toxic. I can build when I fly to Morocco, I can build when I go to Mexico. Definitely is less toxic. Butane gases sink. And, when I do use my acetylene, I have to put a mask on or ventilation, because that rises, the toxins rise. Make sense? All right, you guys, pulling your attention to where you want it. So that really is what unfolding is a lot about, and why I want to talk about like a community outside of just how to build a piece, how to wear a piece, how to be within yourself and use your creativity. For me, and I'm saying this to help you. I'm going to say this statement to know that when you know yourself and when you build from your heart, because in art school, and I know there's a lot of people that went to art school too, when you're in art school, you have to build from your heart. And when you learn to build from your heart and you put your work out there, like attracts like, and your people will find you, because your energy's in there. Your people will find you. So when your people find you, you can't help but to sell your work. So that really is what it's about. So the more you put yourself into the work, the more you explore, the more you become unafraid to do your real work, and kind of disengage from people like, that's not right, that's not right, that's not. There's always people that are going to be telling you, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this, So in my book, Intentional Metalsmithing, there are 8 working artists that make a living with their jewelry, and they all are self-taught. I know I mentioned that last time, but it's so interesting. Be in my tribe. Yay, we're in intentional metalsmithing or unfolding, either one, but be in our tribe. We have such a beautiful, beautiful group. Your art teacher hated you. Wow, it's so true. It depends. Okay, so I went to the Art Institute of Chicago, and it's like if you tried to do a practical project, you were literally like thrown out the door. If you tried to build hearts in your work, you were literally like, you know, the symbolism was kind of so obvious that they maybe wanted to discourage you, you know, but, you know, it's like, so for me, when I started putting hearts in my work, you know, it seemed, some people are like, oh my gosh, hearts. It's like, it was such a rebel move to put hearts in your work because you're so trained against that in. Yay, Emma's in the tribe. I know you are, girl, and she's going to Mexico. So this week, I'm finishing up unfolding. I'm spending time getting these, I'm doing a whole program in Mexico and Morocco on really finding your objects, getting to your power, you know, how ways to attach these through cold joins and through heated joins. And, you know, I'm putting together like a little talisman collection. And I actually just got my words again for my book, Making Connections. I'm rewriting that whole book into like more of like a journey and a nomadic way to find your pieces, to empower your pieces, your objects, your sacred personal objects, whether it's a stone on the beach or a stick. You guys have seen my stick pieces, a beautiful gem, or whether it is, you know, a cigarette butt like I've used in some of my work sometimes, you know, and really to turn these pieces into sacred personal objects is my next movement of what I'm doing, you know. So, hey, if you guys want to hear about this, be with me, because this is like really getting into your personal objects, you know, and ways to attach them. I can get anything attached. I used to have people come in the room with crazy objects, and I'd be like, I can show you how to get that attached. The best way to get that attached, you know, whether if it's something like a tube, you know, then you'd have to set up a cage form around it because you really wouldn't want to drill into it. Or you could put a cap on top of this. That'd be a beautiful way to do this, is to put a silver cap on top, you know, on top of this twist off, because then you could still twist it off and put anything in here you wanted to. Just for example, there's hundreds of different attachment ways, and it's all going to kind of be like Making Connections is about cold joins, but it also is all about like your personal sacred objects. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love that. Then it makes your trips fun. Oh my gosh. When we go to Morocco, I'm talking to my group right at the beginning, and it's like, we're going to be going into such an exotic culture, and to know that we actually can look for, you know, more of like objects that you run into or that make it part of your life. We loved all this argan oil, and we got, you know, the whole Marrakesh smells like Moroccan oil. It smells perfumey and beautiful and yummy everywhere, you know, and it's like every time we went to this place where we got to grind it and you know, so all these extra shells that were just discarded and covered, like made almost like how we put sand out in Arizona, you know, on lawns. So there were all these different types of seeds that were just laid out. And oh my gosh, to bezel those alongside of a gem, because you don't want to make it look dowdy. It's like, I always love using gems with my objects. If you look at this piece here, oh, I don't know if I did on this piece. I think this piece is all gems, baby. Sometimes I'll put a fossil in there. Well, check it out. Go take a look at my line sheets, you guys. Maybe they'll inspire you. Take a look at, Friday I won't have my jewelry posted until 12 noon, at 12 noon Pacific time. But my jewelry will be on there. Take a look at the line. You guys can see the models on there. You can see the runway if you haven't had a chance. And if you don't have my book, Intentional Metalsmithing, I'm still signing. We're almost getting where I'm going to ship my books over to Amazon. So when they go to Amazon, I won't be able to sign all of them. So if you want a signed copy, make sure that you get... Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Janie. I know you're on the wait list. We're going to do another one. Adrian! There's Adrian, you guys. So Adrian is the beautiful person in my company who helps me out answering people. And she's the one who owns that skull piece that you see online. and she let me borrow that for the fashion show. So I'm building another one similar, but not with the skull. You're the only one with the skull. All right, you guys. Well, enjoy your work. That's kind of what I want to say. Yeah, you made it, but it's almost time to go. Adrian, oh my gosh. So I'm actually meeting with everyone. Yes, the juxtaposition of a gem with a fossil or whatever. And I've been loving watching a lot of people's social media that are on here. It's been really fun to see your guys' social media and your things you're building. I'm seeing so many people like, take maybe some of the course and move forward. Yeah, see, that's Sherry. So Sherry, did you sell Sherry might still have some Kona shells. Did you sell your Kona shells, Sherry? I bought a couple of them from her. I'm going to get some this year. I'm going to pick up some Kona shells and I'll have them on my website. But, and all these beautiful little fossils that I have too. I've got one right here. These were the fossils that I found there. Look at how they look like granulation. I loved them because they look like granulation. The Morocco parts of it's all desert, but it used to be the bottom of the ocean. And how great to put it next to a stone like that, right? The only other thing that I need is a little dot of red or a little dot of blue. It could go either way, either the reds or the blues. She's still got, Sherry, are you selling those Kona shells or are you, so on our, don't forget, on our intentional metal smithing site, you guys are welcome to get on and to post your, you can get on and you could post pieces that you're selling. So I think Sherry has these beautiful Kona shells, which I have one here. And this one I have pegged right now to go alongside of this gorgeous, gorgeous gem right here. We'll see. Then all it needs is a little dot of red. A red or a blue, that's all I think. Red or blue, everything's in reds or blues, right? Yes, oh my gosh, thank you. So I'm not gonna try to Fibonacci. Woo, it almost sounds a little Italian too. Now I feel like I should be like, Fibonacci, the dance pieces. Woo, okay you guys. So next week I'm meeting with Unfolding Group. Super excited. I always like to talk about, Sherry says if anyone's interested, just message her. Sherry Donahue. You guys can message her and she's got some of the Konas. And I'm looking forward to meeting with the group, and I always like to disclose my experiences, and I like to hear other people's from the month before, and kind of talk about expectations, and that's kind of it. So I look forward to meeting with Unfolding next week. So you guys don't forget, you can get onto my site now. If you haven't seen the runway, you can look at my line sheets, what line sheets are about. I'm finally getting where I'm describing my line, Jewels of the Nomad. I'm trying to really hone it in with a short amount of words using my 5 power words that I picked. And that's part of, I'm trying to get everything done because I have a long trip in Morocco and then we have Mexico, woo! So it'll be really fun, but I'm still here. Remember, that's my program. I'm here, I wake up, I do my, more of these day-to-day in the studio, day-to-day at home, cooking food at home, cooking my food, coming in, doing my work, organizing day by day. And the beautiful thing that all of a sudden I realized came out of it is that I have an amazing group of people that work with me, including Stephanie, who was just on here a little bit ago. It's like I can see a strong foundation in my business this time around. When I talk about the products and things that I've had in the past, it's like I was raising kids, I was teaching, I was always on the run. So I'm excited. I'm excited moving forward. Yoga! Yay! Oh my gosh, Joni. So Joni started a yoga teacher training and I am in mine as well. And man, you guys, so a lot of my unfolding is the creative process is formed from my work on talisman that I've done throughout my whole life, jewelry, talisman, adornment, symbolism, and the business that I've done. It also is I'm taking a Kundalini yoga training, which is all about energy work. So I'm bringing forward this energy work. It's about meditations, the talisman words. And then it's just kind of about really an inspirational piece of building something for an intermediate on the next level. It's after intentional metalsmithing. So, oh my gosh, so nice to see all you guys. I miss so many people being home every day, you know? But soon. Oh, I'm so happy. I know, see? So you guys, say hi to Stephanie. There she is. So Stephanie says she's so happy to be in this group of women, so. All right, you guys, I have a lot of things to do. I'm talking about my project, and I actually got to, oh my God, I slept so late today. You know, when you're going and going, you get things done, and then I'll be like, oh, slept till 8, which I like waking up at 6. All right, you guys, so check it out. I'll be here Friday. Let me know what you guys think about the line on Friday. Oh, wait. I started to learn silversmithing when, oh my gosh, when your kids go away to college, suddenly you have this time open for yourself, and it's hard to know sometimes what to do with it. I feel like this group is important to me because when I sold ice resin and my kids went to college, I had this big space in my life that I had no idea what to do with. And I could have ran around and filled it out with anything. Yay! Check out my bags. My bags will be here in about 2 weeks. So right now you can order a pre-order. They'll be here in 2 weeks. And I've got a gorgeous, did you guys see my, I have to show you guys my, oh, here it is right here. Hang on a second. These, you guys, are so friggin' useful. I've gotten such good comments. This I've been dying for forever, and I'm going to be carrying these around. If you guys, I have brown and black. I have 2 black left in stock, and the brown is on back order. But this holds all of your material. I had wires hanging everywhere. You could put stickers on here that says 18 gauge or filigree wires. These are so useful to me. You can put sheet metal in here. You know, it's like I've been working in my studio, and you can put tools in here. This is a really heavy duty case, and there's 10 different sheets in here, but you can always get more, you know. I mean, really, this is built to hold a lot, and it's really, you can put books in there if you wanted to. It's really important to me because by this time in my studio, I've got tons of snippets of different wires and different pieces, and I could put all of my jeweler's saw, the saws in there. I can put everything in there. So if you guys don't have one, the artist bag is awesome. Thank you. Sending hugs and love. Thank you, Sherry. Really is awesome. I've gotten such great reviews. So think about an artist bag for your studio. They're super useful. All right, you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming today. Mwah.